Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, of course, welcome back. My name is Lauren and I make all different types of videos for all different types of people. And on today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my vegetarian chili. Depending on the ingredients that you add or take out, it can be made vegan, it can be made vegetarian, you can also add meat, whatever you guys like. The good thing about chili is that you can add and take away as you please, and you can really customize it how you like it. I'm just showing you guys a good base for you guys to have, so you guys can have that option to add or subtract whatever you like. Now, the reason why I make chili is because I am a college student. I live alone, and sometimes buying groceries when you live alone, it's easy for them to go to waste because you don't have a family eating your groceries. I mean, I know people who, even with the family, sometimes their groceries go to waste. So a chili, excuse me, is a good way to kind of make sure that you eat all of your food. You just dump it in the pot and then you can eat on it for however long, and then from there you can freeze some of it and eat it a little bit later, which is so nice. So as you guys saw, I start off by dicing up one whole red onion, and then I use this Beyond Meat Fiesta meat crumbles, and I kind of put them in a pan. They come frozen, so when you pour them in the pot, they're frozen, and then the pot heats it up. And then to the pot, I just add a tablespoon of olive oil, and then you will see me add a little bit of minced garlic just for a little bit of flavor. And then later on, I added a little bit of adobo seasoning with black pepper. Now, the meat does come seasoned, but sometimes, you know, you just need a little extra seasoning to make it really good, because sometimes the meat can get taken over by all of the other ingredients, and so it's nice to have everything seasoned. So here you guys are just seeing me put the minced garlic with the olive oil, and I'm just gonna wait for the pot to heat up, and then I will pour my meat crumbles inside. Okay, so now that my meat is starting to heat up and it's starting to defrost, while it is sitting on the stove, I will go over and cut up some celery. And I use celery not necessarily for taste, because if you guys know, celery doesn't taste like much. I use it more for the texture of the crunch, and celery is totally optional. I know my younger brother, he doesn't like celery, and so if you or someone who is eating this chili doesn't like celery, then it is totally optional. Is pretty much cooked, I'm gonna add in the red onion. And now the meat is pre-cooked, like before they freeze it, but I always like to kind of recook it and add the spices and add the garlic, the minced garlic and the onion and the seasoning. It just helps so much with the flavor. And so now you guys are gonna see me add it's either about a cup or 2 cups of this tomato sauce. Like I said, I was making a huge pot. You guys are gonna see later on how big this pot is, but I was making a huge pot of chili. So that's why I put that much. Now, of course, if you are not making such a big pot, you're gonna have, or if you are making a bigger pot, you're gonna multiply by 2. It just depends how big your recipe and what it calls for. So now I'm opening up the base of the chili. It's the chili kit. And so this chili kit, I'm using it because, like I said, usually my mom is the one who cooks the chili, but I do live alone. This is like one of my first times cooking the chili, and so I needed to use like a pre-packaged chili pack, which I really recommend because it makes everything so much easier. The white stuff, I forgot what you call it, but it's what thickens the chili, and then the powder is just the chili powder. And so I'm going to pour those both into the pot. And as you guys see here, my pot is really big, just for reference, because I know in the last clip I was telling you guys, depending on how big or how small your chili is, or how many people you're making it for, or even how long you're going to be eating on the chili, depends on how big your recipe is doing. So this is just to show you guys how big my pot is. So now that everything is all kind of simmered together, the onions and the meat, I'm just going to add it into the pot. And so far into the pot, I have my celery, I have 2 cups of water, I have a cup of tomato sauce, and now I have the meat and the onions, and then I also have the chili packs in there. So the white powder that thickens the chili, and then the chili powder itself. So now comes the fun part. You guys see I have so many different types of beans. I love beans. I know a lot of people don't like beans, but I love beans. So I just picked up a bunch of different beans that I'm gonna be pouring into the pot. I try to get the beans that are made for chili. So instead of just getting kidney beans, like plain kidney beans out of a can, I get kidney beans that are flavored for chili. And so that just helps with the flavor as well. Now I would recommend, I poured them all straight into the pot, and it did throw the ratio off, so the chili wasn't as thick as I like it. So if you want to keep your chili pretty thick, I would drain the beans, and the beans will still have all of the flavor that it would have without the juice, but I would drain everything. Like, for example, you know, the canned corn, which is also optional, may I add. It comes with a lot of water. I should have drained it first. So if you're someone who likes your chili thicker, I just go ahead and make sure you drain it. Drain them first. So now that I have all of the beans into the pot, I'm gonna stir everything together. And here you guys see me opening a second chili pack. I had made so much chili, I needed a second pack of that white stuff just to like make it thick because, like I said in the other video, I didn't pour like drain the beans, which I should have, so it was a little bit watery. So I would recommend that. And now I'm just gonna let it simmer because you have to cook off that white powder or it will be super chalky. So that's what my chili looks like. I'm just gonna bring it to a boil. And then I had it that night for dinner. It was so delicious. I just added a little bit of extra black pepper on top and had it with the recess. I really recommend these drinks. And there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching and see you guys next time. Bye.